Okay, here we are. It's dry, and it definitely brought out the colors more. And I don't know if you can see any difference on the shine there, but anyway, I like it. If you notice, there's a little, I painted a bottle here, and I had a high gloss, but now it kind of faded a little bit. That's why the last thing I'll do is put this super gloss brilliant on that little bottle to really bring it out. The other thing I'm going to do now on this second coat, I am going to go vertical on these strokes. Okay, because I decided that as I look at this, it's very difficult to see the horizontal lines. Now that would have not been true if I would have used this brush. So using this sponge, for me, as far as I can tell, has helped minimize any lines. There's slight lines there, but they're minimal. So to emulate or copy the texture of this board, I am going to go vertical. So I just want to make sure I have everything as straight as I can here. So let's see, if I turn it this way, I should be okay. Alright, so here we go. I actually bought the big one here because this one doesn't last too long. It lasts for about 2 paintings and that's it, 16 by 20. But here we go. Wish me luck. I think that's about it there. Okay, we need to work fast. I want to work fast so I can spread this out nice. Cover the whole board. Alright. Wow. Alright, it is thick, but that's okay. We're going to thin this down. I really like the way it came out. And I may put another coat on there. It just depends. Alright, I gotta make sure I cover all the board, all the ends. It looks like everything's covered, and now it's time to kind of just work with the residue and get this all straight. Maybe get some of this bulk excess off the board on the ends so it isn't a problem in the final sweep here. Alright, well, I think we're about, God, this dries fast. I see a particle there. Alright, I really want this thinned. I don't want it to be too thick. Really. Well, that ain't too bad. Missed a spot down there in the corner. Alright, here we go again. Let's make one last sweep if we can. It's drying. It's drying, Ray. Come on, move it. Maybe go this way a little bit here. Yeah, I just want it as vertical as possible, so I have to really eyeball it and hope. If I wanted to, I could go to the sink and get this wet. This is moving around. And the sponge wet. I guess I shouldn't have those there. And yeah, that's really okay. It's going on good and thin, just the way I like it. See, the lines are getting finer, but I don't have much time to really get this on now. I'm going to have to just wrap it up here. have to wrap it up. I'm really pushing it. I like the rest of it, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go along the edge here, make sure there's no excess around here, as there is. Alright, we're doing good. I think I got this in. Okay, we will, this is on the boards, 2x4s under here. I'm going to scoot it over there, and we'll start the other one. So when I grab this, I'm going to grab it way underneath and hope I don't drop it. And set it there evenly, and then we're going to get this one out. This is the bank building, the rooms of the Cook bank building in Rhyolite. I really like the way the colors came out on this. They really popped, and I figured they would. Once again, I think I'm going to emulate the texture. It's really a tough decision. I'm going to have to really be careful. But I think it'd be best if I go vertical on this. But I'm going to wet this sponge a little more so it's not so thick. Here we go on this one. I think we're ready to go, and just fly along here. Might be a little too much, or it just might be the right amount. Oh, it does help wetting that sponge a little bit. Yeah, that gives it a little bit more of a glide to just get this on real quick. You know, I imagine other people would do it a little bit different, but so far for me this has worked. I've been pretty happy with the results. I definitely, these paintings have been sitting around for a while, and I figured, man, I gotta protect them. You know, in case something got spilled on them, or you know, I accidentally rubbed them against other paintings, edges, or anything, which I've done before. And I thought, ooh, Ray, you got to be a little more careful with your paintings. I mean, you spent so much time doing these. As they say, art is long, life is short, and opportunity transient. Hippocrates said that. This art will outlive me if somebody takes care of it. I think it'd be a good place at the Rhyolite, the Beatty Museum, which is close to Rhyolite. I think it's like 5 or 6 miles. But okay, now what we're going to do is really get these. The more I do this, the finer those lines are getting. And I just really want it to be as vertical as possible, because I want it to, you know, look like the board, the canvas. Alright, I'm going to have to really wrap this up here now. So far so good, not bad. I can feel it getting thicker. So I got to wrap it up. Looks crazy right now, doesn't it, when with all that white there? But when it dries, it looks nice. Okay, I'm going around, just making sure there's no blobs underneath. Okay. Alright, Ray, you're having a hard time here. Alright. I think that'll have to do. Yeah, because it'll work. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I mean, you experiment with this, and you know, I just want those lines as vertical as possible. And I think I got them acceptable. Okay. So, alright, that's the second Rhyolite ghost town painting, which is, Rhyolite's about 150 miles away from Las Vegas. Alright, I'm going to set this one behind me, and we will grab the other one that I did, or two. I got two, one more left besides this one. Okay, once again, this is my, did I? Yeah, see, I just did that. Okay, so I'm going to go horizontal on this, I think. Let's see, I got to make a decision here. No, you know what? I think I will go vertical on this one. I would see, this is supposed to be wood here, so I can still see, I did such a good job on the first coat that I can still see the board, you know, the canvas, so you know how the crisscross pattern. So I like that, so I'm just going to do the same thing so it really looks like the canvas. I remember last time I put too much on this one, so let's see if we can get it right this time. And just go along quick, in and out. Okay, let's see. If you get a chance, read that book, Twice Upon a Ghost Town. I think you'll like it. I think a movie could be made of it someday. Rhyolite, the depot is still there, believe it or not. That town dates back to 1905 when it got started. Right around that time, 1906. And it only was a town that lasted, a gold mining community that lasted a very short time. And then it just disappeared. Except, well, there's ruins still there. There's some ruins there. Really neat place. It's close to Death Valley, not too far away. Alright, I think we gotta do our thing here. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is another vertical, but get really, really fine. So when that dries, you can't really see the lines. And I wish I would have known that, because I've used brushes before. I guess, you know, it depends on the person's technique, but I didn't have much luck with the brushes. Even though I bought that one, it still was a little bit too coarse for me, for my liking. But this is working out good. It's a high quality sponge. I was afraid of getting a cheap sponge because it might just, well, Ray, you have to wrap it up here because this is starting to dry and I can feel it. Ooh, that was a rough one there. Okay. Okay, I think. Alright. Come on. I think I don't have much more time. I think I'm going to have to let it go, which is fine. I think I did. When it dries, you're not going to really be able to tell. Okay, come on, Ray. It's just a smaller painting, so having a rough time getting. I don't like the blocks on the other side really. So, all right. So this one is, I'm going to clean up these other blobs here because I have to set this painting on another board here. Working quickly here. Okay, I'm going to place this one. It is what it is right there. And then grab the COVID-19 painting, which remember I said I had something going on here, and I've got like a gloss there. I don't know if that's a glue or what that is, but it is. I may have to really put some heavy coats on this one to hide that, or I may end up having to do a gloss. So I don't know what's going on with it, but we're going to go ahead and put another coat on it, that's for sure. And I'm going to go vertical on it. So it seems that I did vertical on all of these. The reason why is because the lines were so fine, and that's the way I wanted it. I didn't want anything coarse. I feel I almost ruined a painting by putting it on with the brush, and it was just, you could see the lines of the Mod Podge very clearly, and I didn't really like that effect. Another thing, if I used a Sharpie marker on a few lines and details of one of my paintings, I'll have to maybe show you, and Mod Podge just made that disappear. I was not happy with that. I mean, I couldn't believe it. But maybe I'll grab that painting and show you. It looks like I'm doing okay on this one. A little bit more vertical, Ray. Come on, you can do it. I tend to... gonna have to wrap it up here because it's drying. Just gonna have to, I think it's okay. I just want to make sure the edges are alright. Alright, well, we did 4 paintings quickly. Let me go grab that other painting so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, in this painting here, now I did a gloss. It appears I've done gloss on this. Anyway, there were some distinct lines here, details of the locomotive that I did here, and they just disappeared. So I'm going to have to go in there and put them back in. I even had some vertical lines here. I noticed I had vertical lines from the telephone wires, and they disappeared. So don't use a Sharpie marker. Use an acrylic marker if you can get one that fine. I didn't know about acrylic markers. If I would have known about acrylic markers, and if they're that fine as I need them, like telegraph wires, then that would have been great. But I didn't know about that. Fortunately, I took a picture of the painting before all of these, I took pictures of the paintings before I put any coating on them. So if I get enlargements done, it'll be of the original with the lines. This one I can take an acrylic marker and put the lines back in. Okay, so this one was done in 2008 of a depot in my hometown, Mendota, Illinois. But just wanted to show you that.